So mentorship is something that is great, and here's one thing that I love about mentorship. Take 40 years to take 40 years to learn. When you have a mentor, you will to learn, because a mentor is someone that has been there already, where you want to go, what you want to be, what you want to achieve. A mentor is a subject matter expert, is somebody that is experienced. So the mentor has traveled the journey that you are wanting to travel. So this person knows the pitfalls, knows everything that may not go right, or everything that may go right. So they're helping you so that you don't make the mistakes that they made. Because if you make the mistakes that I made, you're going to take a long time trying to figure out how to sort out that problem and stuff like that. But if you have a mentor is able to guide you. So there are benefits in mentorship, and that's the first one. You are not going to take long in achieving your goals or getting to the place where you want to go, because you've got somebody that is helping you. And another thing is that mentorship connects people. We connect with each other. When you are going through the process of mentorship, you find yourself having people that you are connecting with. You find a community that you can engage with. You find people that will help you to be inspired. When you're wanting to give up on something and you realize that other mentees are excited about the journey, they're excited about where they're going, that in itself is encouraging you and it is inspiring you. Okay, so I want to encourage you to stay on. I heard Coach Zen say, sometimes you may come, sometimes you may not come. I say no. I say make sure you attend every single session, because you don't know what you're going to miss in that session. You don't know what you're going to miss in that session. So block the time, block the date. If she shares the calendar, block. You know, on this day is my day for mentorship. On this day is my day for mentorship. Value it, prioritize it. Make it a number one thing in your life, because everything that you are probably going to achieve in your life, it will be as a result of you being part of this mentorship program. I can tell you now that there are great things that you are going to achieve, because I've got the advantage of, looking inside of the program and see what is going on. So I know what I'm talking about when I say don't miss out a day, because this is what is going to go on for the whole of 12 months, and I can guarantee you that you want to be here. You want to be here every single session. I mean, what she told me is that it's going to be a once a month thing. So why don't you plan for you to be here? It's not an everyday thing. If it was every day, I would understand if sometimes you may not be here. But you see, it's going to help you even with the planning for yourself, for your life. To know that you work with a diary. The time I started working with a diary, I lost friends, Coach said, because I couldn't be anywhere and everywhere anytime they want me to be. You understand? Because I know that this time I have to be there, that time I have to be there. And at first people did not understand. Now they understand. Even when they talk to me, they say, hey, we know you are very busy. We wanted to check your availability. You understand? Because if I allowed myself to be tossed to and fro and to go anywhere and everywhere when people want me, I wouldn't be where I am today. So if you are going to start now, as you are going to, I heard her saying you're going to do peer coaching as well, you need to be disciplined yourself. So take this as one of the things that you can apply in your life to teach yourself some discipline, and say every month, once a month, I've got a mentorship session and I am going there. Don't miss it, okay? So mentorship also is a two-way transfer of skills and knowledge. It's a two-way transfer of skills and knowledge. So she is transferring skills to you, you're transferring skills to other people. And let me tell you something. Another thing that I have learned in my journey as I coach people is that even though people learn a lot from me, I learn a lot from them. I've grown because of them. if it wasn't because of them sharing their knowledge as well when we are together, which is something that you need to also, when you come, you must know that this person sitting next to you is ready to learn from you, because nobody's a clean slate. You are not, just because I'm standing in front of you doesn't mean that I know everything. If I can ask you to open your mouth and speak right now, I know that 2 or 3 things that I'm gonna learn. Okay, so mentorship is a two-way transfer of skills and knowledge. So you're going to learn from her, she's going to learn from you, you're going to learn from each other, you're going to go out and teach others. How nice it is. When we do things like that, we are making the world go round. We are changing the world. We are touching lives. We are making an impact. We are making our stay here on earth meaningful. We are making sure that we are living a purpose-driven life, and whatever we do, whatever we say, has to make a change and an impact in the life of another person. I almost said amen. You see, I'm a pastor. I'm a pastor. If I say something that resonates with me, the amen, I can feel it in my spirit that now I want to say amen. Okay, so one of the things that are important is that mentorship helps you to share networks. You share networks, and I hear Coach Zanele saying, you are going to, if you have other things that you are doing in the community, say, you already have this community. Don't detach yourself from this community. You already have this community. The community that is going to support you. Even in your own ventures, you will be knowing that I've got people that I can say, hey, guys, I'm doing something, please come. If you don't know who to invite when you have something, I'm telling you, ask me. It's so painful. Because now you see, only 2 people are coming. Because you don't have a community. But also, it is not about not having a community, because people are having different types of commitments. So they are not able to make it. But make sure that you are part of this community. Make sure that you are also inviting other people to be part of this community. I know that the next intake is in April. So you're not only going to be her mentee, she's looking for more. So when you are getting more in this program and you are enjoying it, don't try to duplicate it, right? I've seen people trying to duplicate, others trying to duplicate me. Don't do that, because when you duplicate her, you're losing it. You're losing your purpose. You're now wanting to walk in her purpose. You're no longer walking in yours. Don't duplicate her. You can learn. You can look at her as your role model, and you can ask her to help you to do certain things, but don't try to do anything as a way of duplicating what she is doing. Because I always say to people, when you are walking in your purpose, before God gave placed man in the Garden of Eden, he prepared it. He prepared it. When man came, everything was there, everything was ready for man. And guess what? Man was not supposed to lack anything, because there was vegetation, there were cattle. Black people, when we talk about cattle, we're talking wealth, we're talking riches. So when man was placed in the garden, was already placed in the garden where wealth was. And when you read Genesis 2, you find that there was even gold in the garden. 4 types of gold in the garden. So God placed man in such a place that was so resourceful and that was so rich with minerals. You understand? So let me tell you today that you have your own garden. You have your own garden that God has already prepared for you. And God placed man in the garden and gave him purpose. What was the purpose? The purpose was for him to take care of all of these things that God has placed in the garden. So you have a garden already that God has placed. I don't know what kind of minerals are there. I don't know what kind of goodies are there. I don't know what kind of good stuff is there in that garden. There's a lot in that garden, but those things that are in that garden, they are for you, not for her. In your garden, the things that are there, they are for you, not for her. So if you try to get into her garden, you are messing up. You are messing up. Stay there in your garden. Work your garden. Water your garden. Do anything and everything that needs to be done in that garden, so that you can see yourself flourishing, growing